Mr. Ambassador, first of all, I want to thank you for accepting us here in the Embassy of Argentina in Baku. That was a great pleasure for us. And I'm preparing some questions for you, and I hope we will have very nice and interesting interview. Thank you very much again.
Thank you for coming, and it's a pleasure for me to receive you and talk a little bit about Argentina and Azerbaijan.
And Mr. Ambassador, the first question is like this. How did you react to the news that you were appointed as ambassador to Azerbaijan? And what came to your mind in the first place? And have you been to our country before?
For me, it was a pleasure and honor to be appointed as an ambassador here. I've never been to this part of the world before. I was appointed. Well, actually, I was in Turkey. I was very close to here, but not to Azerbaijan. And the first thing that came into my mind was this place, this part of the world was a new part of the world for us, for all of the people that was raised and went to the school, to university. Before this part of the world were different countries in Central Asia and the Caucasus. And so in my youth, I didn't know anything about this part of the world, and I learned it just after I finished my university. But I finished my university in '86, and by then Azerbaijan didn't exist. So I learned about this part of the world later on, and it was really a surprise to know just the little things, because Azerbaijan it was not at the time very well known. It was known because of Nagorno-Karabakh and all the conflicts and the sad part. But anyway, it was really a pleasure, and I was eager to come here and to learn a lot about this country, and I'm quite happy to be here.
That's okay. But you said now, a minute ago, just you learned a lot and it was a great pleasure for you. And what did you like more about Azerbaijan?
What I like the most here in Azerbaijan is the people. People. I don't speak Azerbaijani, and it takes some effort to communicate. But many people speak English, and it's very easy to have a communication even without speaking the language. You feel very at home being a foreigner here. I don't know if for all foreigners it's the same thing, but I feel like back home. I always say this is, in my 30 years of diplomatic experience, the first time that I don't need any adjustment period when I arrived to a new country. I felt at home immediately. People behave the way people behave in Argentina, in the good side of it and the bad side also. You know, I can hear through the windows, everybody's making noises with their cars, and but that's a bad part. But the good part is that everybody's very friendly with foreigners. Everybody wants to help you. Everybody's ready to give you a hand whenever you need it. And also we share the profound relations within families and with friends. And also, we have different customs for sure, with different origins, different ethnic origins and languages and religion, whatever. But whenever you get to the house of an Azerbaijani or the house of an Argentinian, being a foreigner, you immediately are offered with the best things of the house, and you feel at home. And that's something that we really share with the two countries. Even if we are far away and we don't know really very much about each one of us.
And tell me, please, a very interesting thing. Just many foreigners say, when we come, for example, to Azerbaijan, we can see just people are very hospitable here. Do you ever?
Yes. I just said that because it's absolutely true. Everybody is ready to give you any help whenever you need it, even if it's hard, as I said before, to communicate with words. The communication through signs or through gestures and even sights, and it's very easy. It's very easy. You feel very welcome here.
That's okay. Tell me, please, what common the interests of Azerbaijan and Argentina politically and economically? What do you think about that?
Yes, we are working very closely in United Nations in many subjects. We are cooperating, and we are actually we sit just one besides the other because our countries start with the same letters, and so the order is always with alphabetical order. So we are very close, even physically, in the United Nations, and we share a lot of interest there. And besides that, we cooperate bilaterally, and we are starting to make our relation grow. We established relations not too many years ago, and we have embassies here and there since 2012. And then we are connecting our private sectors, we are connecting our institutions, we are connecting our authorities, and we have meetings of high level. For example, last year the foreign minister of Azerbaijan went to Argentina and to participate in an international meeting. I had also a very productive meeting with his counterpart there, and later on the president of the Chamber of Deputies in Argentina came here to Azerbaijan, also had fantastic meetings even with the president, Mr. Aliyev, and then so we are making our relation grow. Unfortunately, this quarantine is providing us a moment of rest in this endeavor, but we will continue as soon as we can generating these meetings. And meanwhile, we are working very, very good with the Azerbaijani embassy in Buenos Aires in Argentina, in order to organize meetings via Zoom or some other meeting, platforms, and so we have the possibility to be in contact with not just authorities, but also, as I said before, which is very important, private sector entrepreneurs, people that wants to work the one in one side or the other.
And what position does Argentina take in the foreign policy of Azerbaijan in comparison with the rest of the countries of Latin America, and vice versa?
Well, Argentina is very close to Azerbaijan in many fields. As I said before, we share our preoccupation for international affairs and the fight against terrorism, against drugs, and even human rights. We have a great cooperation, and in many areas that are important for both parts. And we share that views also with our brothers in Latin America. We are a big family there of different countries, but with the same spirit, with the same language, same culture, and we share a lot of things. And we share also a lot of position in international field, and we work together with Azerbaijan very closely.
And what can you say about Azerbaijani cuisine, and which national dish do you like more?
Oh.
But don't
That's no. I like something that I tried several occasions in different places. Dushbara.
Ah, yes, it's natural. Of course, it's
dushbara. It's like soup with some type of pasta, which is
Yes.
very, very tasty.
Pasta and inside of meat.
Yes,
Yeah,
right,
that's very
right.
tasty and delicious.
It's very tasty. It's very rich. I found it very original, and it has. We eat in Argentina a lot of meat, but basically beef, cow meat. And here you eat different things, but we not, you know, we don't eat the same type of food exactly, but we share a lot of tastes, and especially for meat. And Dushbara also has it, and well, there are many dishes here, and all delicious ones, and so and everything is. I found it whenever it's done in the house. It's very tasty, very natural, and very nice. I love it.
And what, in your opinion, are the most important similarities and differences between our people?
Well, the similarities are many, considering that we belong to different worlds, let's say. And our countries have a completely different history and no points in common. Or well, we do have, but not too many. And well, as I said before, we do have a lot of first self-esteem, in the sense that we appreciate our countries, and we receive foreigners with open hands. And in some countries, you know, there's problems with foreigners. Some people do not accept them, or even consider they're superior or inferior or whatever. And here you feel you're treated like equal, and same thing happens in Argentina. And that makes you feel very comfortable. And as I said before, even if there's a problem of communication because of language, which is very different, and very, or almost no point of contact between the two of us.
And what will our country and our people remain in your memory? And in the future, what will you tell about Azerbaijan to your, for example, children or grandchildren?
Well, first, it is my first mission as head of mission, as an ambassador, which is something very important in a professional career of anyone. This would be a very important post for me for many reasons. Not just because it was the first, because it's a magnificent country, and we are being witnesses of a very interesting process of a country that is growing, that is consolidating, that is making reforms, that is opening to the world, that is taking a lead in many aspects. And I'm sure Azerbaijan has a great future. And I think we will see that in the future, and I will be very proud to tell my son, my grandchildren, that I was a witness, that I lived, I shared this moment with these wonderful people here in the Caucasus.
During our conversation, it's very seen that you like your country too much. But if you have, for example, such possibility to stay in Azerbaijan forever, would you do that? If yes, say the reason. If no, say the reason.
That's a complicated question. I wouldn't say I will stay here forever, not in this moment, because I do have my family, my friends, my backgrounds back in Argentina, and I love my country. It's not that I don't like Azerbaijan. I'm sure I will be here for a while, and whenever I go back to Argentina or to some other place, I will be back to Azerbaijan to visit not just the country, but basically the people I know. And I'm sure I will have a permanent and very deep relation with Azerbaijan. It's part of my life now, and I will be a bigger part in the future. And I really love Azerbaijan, but I'm Argentinian, so
Of course.
I cannot change that.
Okay. I agree. Your wish to Azerbaijan and Azerbaijani people?
Oh, I wish Azerbaijan the best. And then I said before, I'm sure they're going into the right path. And you are, working very hard as a country, as people, in order to consolidate a process which is very short of independent life. And you're doing a great job in the geographical area that you are, and being, let's say, a stable country, a growing country, and each day more organized and more open country. And then I really wish the best to all Azerbaijanis.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. Thank you very much for accepting us here and for this interesting interview.
Thank you very much.
I hope we will see each other again and again.
Surely.
Thank you.